So hello everyone, Myrmonden here. Welcome to my Kokkoku episode 9. I think this could be this episode. I don't know. It feels like unless a herald kind of sparks up like a classical last boss, JRPG, or Final Fantasy, whatever the fire and so on, like a massive kind of monster spawning. This guy is the last thing, right? He's alone now with one guy left with him. It feels like they could beat him this episode. It's don't. Maybe this episode is the final episode. I think so. But I do think, said again, I think out here, but I do think it's a high possibility that it's gonna spawn something, right? Like he's gonna die, whatever, and then he will turn into this massive herald monster, and that's the last thing probably. It is a episode. Who knows? Let's watch what happens. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, there we go. The motorcycle. Yeah, they have not so many animes in this studio. It's one of the first animes. But usually are in Japanese studios, right? Anime studios. They are very, very connected, so to speak, with each other. So it's like this guy probably worked with the other guy and so on. Yeah. So these guys might be one of the first animes, but almost probably everyone on the studio probably done all the animes, right? On like map. I don't remember the connection, but you know they were sort of offshot from. Isn't he dead already? Yeah, what is this thing? Was he dying slowly because of... Oh, he's gonna unlock something. Oh, he's probably gonna turn to Herald here. Oh yeah, he's gonna turn into Herald. Seems a little weird that he's not moving into it, but yeah, I guess he's gonna turn into Herald then. You know, the depression of dying there, yeah. But he's probably turning into the standard Herald then. Probably. You know, like the Mashima's parents, right? And brother. Probably not turning into the herald monster like Sawaga. And he's probably even less likely to become like her when she's like learning to float really slowly. I love that's a good point though. It's like she can't fly, float. She's falling really, really slowly. Yeah, it's like I'm just not falling the maximum. I liked it. It's a good way to do it. Yeah, it's like I'm just falling really slowly. Flashback. Oh, God, see the dad now? I mean, last week, that was freaking horrible though. When the dad, or grandpa him, to Makato, when he's like, oh, let's buy this toy ride, we can't pay for it. Oh, I leave money here on the counter, and he leaves money, and when the kids goes away, he takes the money again. Man, I hate that guy. It's a horrible character. I mean, horrible is like, you hate him, right? Not a bad written character, he's a horrible person, yeah, so he's a good written character because you do hate him. It's like, what? And he tricks the grandkid and takes the money again. God, that was horrible. That was like genuinely horrible. Oh yeah, they're gonna kill Grandpa by expelling him? Man, I don't know why he has some heartbeat, like why he seems to be in pain. I think he's gonna be, you know, frozen, right? Thrown out. Yeah, he's not a nice person. I think we know that. It's like this guy's not a nice person, but yeah, you don't say. Dropping his blood into this stone. I don't get why he had like a heart attack from it. Yeah, I don't get what he's like. What's he in pain for? Or should this be, you know, frozen and that's it? He was not dying more. So his heart, yeah, it seems weird. It's killing him more than it's just like, we go. The channel is collapsing. Leaving his body. And using a spell to contain him? No? Maybe she should just freeze him here so he doesn't die or something. Maybe she could just freeze him, right? It could be maybe the best way to... I'm guessing this goes to the stone then. Yeah. It's kind of obvious where the stone is. It's in a big circle, right? It's a gigantic sphere. It's probably where the blood sphere is. Probably. Yes, it's her, huh? She can destroy... I can't break the stone though, that would be good. I don't know what she's doing, yeah. I'm thinking maybe she should just freeze him, right? I mean, obviously we lose him, but he won't die at least. It seems like he's almost dying now, more than just becoming... Breaking the stone seems... Okay, she's breaking the stone! This seems like really, really overkill, because... How are you gonna leave them? Okay, what is that thing? Like a herald body piece? That might be the actual, like... thing to actually... The stone might just be a stone, right? That thing inside the stone was the actual, like... Interesting if she froze time and we're doing this thing. It's not just like a dramatic freezing. She actually froze time. But I think it's some kind of herald, yeah, like looks like a herald body piece. Maybe like a neck or something. The throat, yeah, the How are they gonna leave now then? Well, they have their fake stone, I guess, from the cult. Potentially. Yeah, it's like... horrible teleportation. As always, it's like, oh, sorry, I just moved 1 meter. And now they're fighting. Like, he can just grab him! That's for her. I mean, everyone else is like, oh, he's like, no, I'm a good guy. And he can just grab her easily for some reason. But yeah. Seems like he realized he betrayed him somehow. It's very positive. It's very positive bad guy. It's like, yeah. Yeah, we're stuck here now? Like, wait a minute, how did he stop as well? But I like how he used to deflect her freeze thing, but no, I'm a good guy. He's like, nope. You know. Yeah, it's like, how are they gonna survive this? Well, yeah, she can let everyone else leave except herself. I can't do it anymore. I can't unfreeze myself. But don't worry, I'll fish you guys out. Don't worry about it. I will save your lives. I guess Hime-sama here is gonna become a herald then. So it looks like they had like a herald body part inside of it. Like a... Oh, he's turning into herald now. Yeah, here we go. So maybe we should kill him. This is like a Resident Evil herald now. Yeah, bioweapon. But if you kill this guy, take his like neck or something, they can maybe make a new stone. Like a blood fuel thing there, yeah. I don't know why he betrayed him, or him, I mean. What's his story here? And why he even joined the cult to begin with? Because it's kind of... Yeah. He's definitely looking at it, she's stomped there. Okay, it's like, well, you know, I felt there was time to change sides there. Yeah, like, you know. As he fade with the stone. Let's see what it is. It's depending on the Hime-sama feels. Well, is the tag guy maybe gonna fight him? Do you keep to the right? Yeah, they're gonna fight him. I mean, he's turning into like a monsteric, kind of typical mid-boss versus evil kind of zombie. And Sawaga is full of killing intent, right? So. Yeah, he wants to be kind of immortal in a way. You see how humanity grows, something. Or speed up. So time travel. Yeah, it's just like time travel, but you can only go forward. And he forces himself in time and travel like 100 years in the future, right? Like the guy that wrote the Bible, of their Bible, their cult Bible. Of course, water. Of course, water is solid, of course. He supposed to time travel? Yeah, like not conquering the world? He just wants time travel? Like that's pretty limited dream there. Just time travel. It's pretty cool actually if you travel like 100 years in the future, live there for 10 years, and travel 100 years again, yeah. Experience that world. But you probably want to jump much further though, to see big difference I guess, if you can do number of jumps. That's pretty good, yeah. Like can you jump a lot of in future to have the time to have like space travel? Yeah, can you jump to like 1,000 years of future and go to Mars and so on easily? That could be pretty cool. One power though is that if you use time travel with your primitive time travel machine use forward, you get in the future, you are just a normal person in the future then with a machine that's like not really useful because it's going forward doesn't give you more power, right? So it's just like Kinda just wanna see the future though, yeah, you just kinda wanna see the future. It's a little bit actually why they have to fight him. Can't you just like let him go to the future and do stuff? It's like whatever. We don't care about the future, yeah. Can't you just leave us alone and just go to the future? He wants to massacre people. Let's give him more power. Okay, are they gonna find the new herald here then? I watched this episode when everyone unfreezes right there. I'm like, everyone falls down from where they are, like frozen mid-air, upside down. So I want to see the moment where everyone's like, he wants to make money, man. Yeah, this character is so greedy. Voting fraud. I think. Yeah, I think that was like I'm gonna ruin. Yeah, go first time and take people's votes and so on and change the politics. Is he getting a new power now, or is he dramatically walking? Here we go. He's a herald. But why is that him though? Well, I mean, he had absurdly high killing intent earlier, but it's like, why was he's not doing anything right now though? Instead of just being a douchebag, like he's a horrible person. Oh, actually, now it's trying to say his here. Oh yeah. But why is it after him? I mean, excluding that he's horrible, Okay, maybe Makato gets some power here. He just looks like it, yeah. Looks like the kid is gonna get powers, right? Yeah, like. Oh, he gets herald powers, like control heralds. Yeah, like he gets. Is his new pet? Yeah, he's gonna get pet now. Yeah, he's getting the tame power here. He can tame heralds. Can he tame Sawaga? Well, no, listen to him as well. Maybe because he's holding Makato. Okay, so Makato can control heralds, and there we get his power. Yeah, they recognize cloth, even though it doesn't really look similar to him, but... Like at the bottom of the corner, he's floating, yeah, the guy on the side is like still floating there on the corner. Yeah, but it was more the kid, right? I mean, okay, they didn't see it, but yeah, it's clearly Makato does. Yeah, I like this guy. He's like, well, you can teleport, you have this power, why can't he control stuff for? Like, this makes sense to me. Like, he's the guy, like, the straight guy, like, what, you will have powers, because everyone has have one power each. You never had a love for dance. Like, you know you can't do it. You loser. Come on. Yeah, so Makato's standing there. It's like, don't tell them, bro! Don't tell them! Please pretend I have powers! They never respect me otherwise. Yeah, I was like, don't tell them, kid. Please pretend I'm doing it. At least he understood himself there, that he wasn't the one controlling it. Yeah, it was his grandson doing it. So he got the power. I mean, I read people's copies a few weeks ago. People were suspecting that, yeah, that he would get the powers, right? Grandpa or her dad there would get the powers to control heralds, but instead Makato got it. But generally, though, I think that was a good guess. Definitely something I also been mentioned earlier in earlier reviews. Absolutely, that is a pretty given that someone should have the power to control the monsters, right? It seems like a standard kind of evaluation of power. So yeah, makes sense. Probably won't affect Sawaga, even though he's half herald, so maybe. But that's interesting in a way that it also leaves then the dad to have a power still, though, right? Probably won't, because he's like supposed to be useless, I guess, but he might have a power, though, in the final battle. He might unlock something. Probably won't unlock his other daughter or Tsubasa again, I guess. They're probably out, but they also could unlock them and maybe they have powers. Okay, given the preview, I think Grandpa's gonna turn to a herald. Yeah, like given the preview, that was like a really... I mean, I was throwing it out there, but the preview had like another herald with like grey hair. Look like Grandpa, I guess, and Grandpa turning into also like martial art herald form fighting thing. You're gonna beat him up probably. That definitely was kind of spoiling if that is true. Anyway, let's review Kokkoku episode 9. Quick the live review here after he's watching it. Pretty good episode, even though they had like a long, slow pace in the middle there when he kind of explained his like dreams of future. That was very long, and I think a lot of people probably say that there was like bad pace or generally like, oh, it's too slow. But I actually felt it was pretty decent. I didn't like dislike it. I felt it was pretty interesting. Normally, I'm not a big fan of like very dragged out exposition discussion scenes that a lot of anime has every now and then. For example, as I made yesterday, like I had like 5 minutes. Not a big fan of that because you usually feel like they probably could say the same thing in a shorter time frame, right? And I personally probably say because I'm quite a ranter and so on. But when I write stuff like this and I write like lore and so on stuff, I usually try to make it very condensed, right? Except on the details, but usually on the broader spectrums. But this though I felt was pretty interesting. On I guess because maybe it's me personally, but I kind of like the whole like philosopher point there. There was a lot of like, I don't know, like imaginary sci-fi ideas there. I found very interesting on the whole aspect of, is it worth killing, like, because if he ignore what he actually wants to do and just kind of follow what the guy said, his dream is kind of like, oh, I just want to see the future. And she's like, what, you kill our families in the future? I was like, yeah, you know. And actually, this might sound horrible to say that, but I find it a pretty intriguing cost, so to speak. No, but seriously, it's like, would you kill like a random family? If you're talking about a random family, obviously you would be evil then, so to speak. But would you kill someone like random people? They have powers though, so they are not really innocent. But you kill some random heralds of power, of time, and so on. So you can go to the future, so you can travel like 1,000 in the future. I am sure most people will do it. I mean, not actually, a lot of people will do it. Some people say, no, I would never do it, but most people probably would definitely consider it, and many would do it. Because actually, I kind of agree with the whole, I'm not saying that I would do it, but I'm saying, generally, it's an interesting concept of like, how much worth is it to you see the future? And I literally see the future. Not just like, watch a sci-fi movie, read a book or something, oh, this is going to happen in the future, or we're going to build machines that can do this thing. No. Actually, time travel, 1,000 years in the future. And that's it though. You're not gonna get like more. You won't have like interest. So I mean, you won't have like a bank loan that you a bank insurance. So you won't have like a lot of money. You won't have the inherent power or something or some kind of land. You're just gonna move to the future. He probably has power so in the future, but excluding that, say you just want to move to the future. How much does that work? That's kind of like what he kind of told the story, right? And I also liked it when he went into like. Not only humanity and Earth future, but if you go really far in the future, it's also probably can like space travel, right? So that's also very interesting because if he can like control where he wants to go, or how many years, I suppose, he could jump into a time frame. It's like, oh, here probably humans have populated the space, and then if he doesn't have it, he can be like, oh, I jump 1,000 years. Look at it for a year, and then I jump 1,000 years. He can jump. The guy that wrote their cult book, right? The cult Bible, he had jumped like several times during hundreds of years. So of course this guy could jump, like several jump, bam, and experience different time zones, and then eventually get into some kind of space travel. Then he could leave Earth, he could go to the planets, and keep doing the same thing there. So it's actually a very interesting, like an aspect of a very amazing life, right? To have that power used to time travel forward. Even though obviously it's not as powerful as backwards time travel, or like obviously even better back and forth, but it is still definitely very high value for that. And in this story's context, it's kind of like, yeah, he's kind of trying to kill this one family, and then he's like, trying to, I don't know, but kind of like sacrificing these other random guys in his cult. So it's like 30, 40 murders, something like that, and then he can time travel how much he wants. I don't say it's a bad or good deed. I'm just saying that it's definitely actually kind of understandable in a way, right? In an evil way. But I think so. It's like I would probably kill other people. But I think it's considerable. This thing though, of course, because it's an anime and it's any fictional work though, it's not very logical though. And I don't mean that because you kill someone to get time travel. That's logical. What I mean is that it's kind of like a magic fast thing though. So if you told me, you can enter this like time froze world, and if you not kill them necessarily, but if you get all the powers in there, you can time travel and you can experience everything in the future has. It's kind of like, That's pretty cool, but I don't trust you. I could time travel. I don't trust you. Like, it never worked, right? So, in that sense, it's in that sense it's very crazy, right? You built this cult, you planned it out for years, and you never knew it actually worked. And he also didn't actually even know for a fact that the guy that wrote the Bible, their Bible, he had, time travel. So he just assumed that was true until he got in there. So in that way, it's completely madness, right? It's completely crazy plan to like, well, I want to have time travel with this magical blood book stone thing, and I don't know it works. So I'm like in that sense, I would never done it, because that sounds crazy. Like, that's like, how would I know it works? But if I actually am, honestly, if I actually got the time freeze thing though, so suddenly the world is actually time frozen, and I see people can teleport and these things, then it's like, yeah, maybe. Like, why not kill some of the people that have these powers, take them to myself and time travel? It's like, sounds pretty cool actually. So, because that is a very amazing thing to do though. Just experience everything in a way. On the other side though, it always kind of there. No, actually, I really like it. But in the same time, in Yuri, Hime-sama, he's like, he wants to time travel, not world domination. He's like, no, time travel. It's like, why? It's like, in a way, it actually makes him really good bad guy, because like he just cares about some kind of personal interest and just like experience the culture of the future more than just like, oh, I want to conquer the planet. Like, he is not even planning some kind of bombastic evil scheme. He's like, I just want to enjoy life, So it's like, what? That? He killed a lot of people for that? It's like, yeah. So I actually think it makes him even a better. Not necessarily better. I think so better. It is very non-cliche. Like, this is a more interesting bad guy. If it's true though, I think one thing has to be said is this is all explained from Xiaomi, right? The other guy that has know him and kind of know him, what he's thinking about. But he's getting more and more kind of murderous, crazy guy in a way, right? Kind of done, but it's like, is that really true? Like, maybe that was his original plan, but now he looks kind of evil, so I don't know if it's true or not. But anyway, I think it was really interesting in that sense. So I actually really like the middle part. Where I usually get a little bored sometimes in anime if you just keep on doing it, those exposition scenes, as I mentioned earlier. I mean, sometimes it's all like this, all really good, but other times it's be like, man, they're not getting anywhere with this, or like they're saying something, they're stating some kind of facts about this anime world, but you could have stated in like half a minute or something. Why does it take them hours to explain anything? It's like really unnecessary. But sorry, anyway, the rest of it as well. Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, the whole blood thing and destroying the rock. I kind of like that the jury's like, I can get you guys out, don't worry. It's like trying to jokingly, I can't do it, sorry. I can say you guys, don't worry. Like, why are you trying to? Yes, that was pretty funny and pretty interesting. I think it was a herald body part though, inside the stone, right? So if they can like harness that from like the new herald, Tobino's body, they probably can rebuild the stone or a new stone. So I think that could be a way out. And I liked the dad and Makato was like, shh, don't tell them, it's my power. Climb up there. Hey, good kid. That was great. So yeah, his power is controlling. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, as I mentioned during the reaction, I think it's a very, I don't say obvious, but it's like one of those most kind of like, oh, what power could he have? Well, if she has like time freeze, someone might have, I don't know, like speed up time, like a speedster thing, so they're really quick maybe. Someone might, he has teleportation, it's like space, time and space, and so on. So they were best time and space, but controlling the monsters though that appear, or it's kind of like a kind of classic thing there. So I felt that was one of those like top 3 powers to not necessarily have, but like the chance of it being an anime was really high. So the kid got it, and that's about it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense. The only thing I would say that I would like that the whole family was out there. Well, she actually, Mashima, she learned to kind of like time freeze kind of in a way, right? So maybe even the tag guy can learn some magic, potentially. It isn't about being in the family, I suppose, even though everyone in the family is buried for some reason, because they've done it for years. The time, guardians, whatever they are. So anyway, hope that's a review, and I'll see you guys next week.